Mr. Chancellor, sir, I now call upon the executive deans of schools to present candidates for the conferment of doctorate degrees in the order indicated in the graduation program.
The School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Will the graduates who will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences move forward in order in which I'll call out their names? Finyange Pole, Doctor of Philosophy in Agronomy. Supervisors, Professor Joseph Onyango Gwei, Professor Jane Ambuko, Dr. Lusike Wasilwa. Mansi Hilda Kalekie, Doctor of Philosophy in Agronomy. Supervisors, Professor Joseph Gwei Onyango and Dr. Shadrach Ngene. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my honor to present the candidates for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
School of Business, Economics and Tourism. Will the graduate who will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Business, Economics and Tourism move forward in the order in which I will call out their names? Boniface Mugo Rido, Doctor of Philosophy in Finance. Supervisors, Dr. Eddie Simiyu and Dr. Job Omagwa. Kimaru Thairu, Doctor of Philosophy in Finance. Supervisors, Dr. Ambrose Jagongo and Dr. Lucy Wamugo. Ngani Muyela Silas, Doctor of Philosophy in Finance. Supervisors, Dr. Jeremiah Koori and Dr. Farida Abdul. Sami Machoka Oira, Doctor of Philosophy in Finance. Supervisors, Dr. Job Omagwa and Dr. Farida Abdul. Michael Bongei, Doctor of Philosophy in Project Management. Supervisors, Dr. Paul Sang and Dr. Morrison Mutuku. Otai Isaac Peter, Doctor of Philosophy in Accounting. Supervisors, Dr. Frederick W.S. Ndede and Dr. Warui Waweru Frederick. Eunice Mboga, Doctor of Philosophy in Strategic Management. Supervisors, Dr. Godfrey M. Kinywa and Dr. Patricia W. Kungu. David Musimbi, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics. Supervisors, Dr. Jennifer Jaramba and Dr. James Maingi. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my honor to present the candidate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
School of Education and Lifelong Learning, will the graduate who will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Education and Lifelong Learning move forward in the order in which I'll call out their names? John Kiiru Thuku, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Technology, supervisors Professor Samson Rosanna Ondigi and Dr. Elisavan Muuro Maina. Vida Ados Amebano, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Technology, supervisors Professor Samson Rosanna Ondigi and Dr. Elizabeth Busbori Oigo. Anne K. Ntoiti, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Psychology, supervisors Dr. Edward Keegan and Professor Theresia Kinai. Kaburu Joel Bundi, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Psychology, supervisors Dr. Doin K. Mugambi and Dr. Peter A.M. Mwaura. Mary Ngina Ndungo, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Psychology, supervisors Dr. Cecilia Mwangi and Dr. Philomena Ndambuki. Priska M. Mutui, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Psychology, supervisors Dr. Peter Mwaura and Dr. Josephine Mutua. Mweni Tofa Nixon, Doctor of Philosophy in Mathematics Education, supervisors Dr. Margareta M. O'Connor and Professor John N. Maundu. Bernard Mutunga, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Management, supervisors Dr. Helen Kiendi Wantai and Dr. Daniel Mange Mbirithi. Masi Wamboi Mwaura, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Management, supervisors Dr. Samuel N. Waweru and Dr. Daniel Mange Mbirithi. Simiyu Faustine Naliaka, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Management, supervisors Dr. Helen Kiende Witai and Dr. Martin Ogola. Habtam Reta Ayalewi, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Administration, supervisors Dr. Florence Mudhoni Itegi and Dr. Peter Nyaga Mchanche. Yusuf Bakari, Doctor of Philosophy in Sociology of Education and Policy Studies, supervisors Dr. Rubai O. Mandera and Dr. Lucy Wandiri Mbirianjau. Macharia Ann Wamuyu, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Planning and Economics of Education, supervisors Dr. George A. Onyango, Dr. Norbert Ogeta. Adam James Nanbaka, Doctor of Philosophy in Philosophy of Education. Supervisors Dr. Father Francis N. Murira and Dr. Lucy Mbirianjau. Patrick Mushira Kamau, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics of Education and Educational Planning. Supervisors Dr. Norbert O. Ogeta and Dr. Charles M. Magoma. Peace Akosua Sekpo, Doctor of Philosophy in Home Economics, Education. Supervisors, Professor Samson Rosano Ndigi and Dr. David Olude. Ruaimbai Modoni Samuel, Doctor of Philosophy in Special Needs Education. Supervisors Dr. Francis Murithi and Dr. Chesina Mode. Julius Jerry Agoti. Supervisors Dr. Florence K. Nyamu and Dr. Daniel M. Moindi. Ngaruia Lucas Gadui. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it's now my honor to present the candidate for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
School of Engineering and Architecture, will the graduates will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Engineering and Architecture move forward in the order in which I call out their name. Ahole Agasin Matien Akidas, Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Planning and Management. Supervisors, Dr. Sami Letema, Dr. Nicholas Coril, Professor Gertrude Shab. Amai Maureen Kaela, posthumous conferment of Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Planning and Management. Supervisors, Dr. Christine Manjale, Professor Caleb Mireli. Okole Rutha King Martin, Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Planning and Management. Supervisors, Dr. James Koske, Dr. Sami Letema. Tinega Nyamogo Joseph, Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Planning and Management. Supervisors, Dr. Sami Letema, Dr. Esaiah Bosire Omosa. Yakosa Salmanza Michelia, Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Planning and Management. Supervisors, Professor Samuel Onywere, Dr. Sami Letema. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my honor to present the candidate for the award of Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
School of Health Sciences, with the graduates who will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Health Sciences move forward in the order in which I'll call out their names. Maingi Nyambura Nancy, Doctor of Philosophy in Reproductive Health. Supervisors, Professor Margaret Kiraka and Dr. Drusilla Makworo. Ernest Modami Mutua, Doctor of Philosophy in Epidemiology. Supervisors, Professor B.M. Okelo Agina and Dr. Isaac Mwanzo. Felix Blair Odhiambo, Doctor of Philosophy in Epidemiology and Disease Control. Supervisors, Dr. John Paul Oyore and Professor B.M. Okelo Agina. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my honor to present the candidates for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
School of Law, Arts and Social Sciences, with the graduates who will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Law, Arts and Social Sciences move forward in the order in which I'll call out their names. Agnes Njoki Derangu, Doctor of Philosophy in Gender and Development Studies. Supervisors, Professor Grace Wamai Ngare and Dr. Geoffrey Wango. Teresia Wanyaga Kigundu, Doctor of Philosophy in Gender and Development Studies. Supervisors, Professor Catherine Dungo and Dr. Caspar O. Masiga. Celestine Elkim Dissets, Doctor of Philosophy in Fashion Design and Marketing. Supervisors, Dr. Graduel Mbugwa and Professor Samson Rosanna Ondegi. Samuel Opolo D. Mainin, Doctor of Philosophy in Religious Studies. Supervisors, Dr. Margaret G. Gashaga and Dr. Newton Kihumbi Maina. Dhanda Jacqueline Kobwe, Doctor of Philosophy in Communication and Media Studies. Supervisors, Dr. Tommy Kibera Kiru and Dr. Banbas Wanyagi Gidiora. Kariuki Anastasia Wasera, Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Management. Supervisors, Dr. Patrick Bataru and Dr. Wilson Muna. Ezekiel Odhiambo Ohando, Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Management. Supervisors, Professor David Minja and Dr. Wilson Muna. Monica Wanjiku Karanja, Doctor of Philosophy in Security Studies. Supervisors, Dr. Marcia Ann Cicera and Dr. Kavivia Cyprian. Rashid Abdi Elmi, Doctor of Philosophy in Security Studies. Supervisors, Dr. Marcia Ann Cicera and Dr. Stephen Okumu Handa.
Philip Ethiang, Doctor of Philosophy in Literature. Supervisors Dr. Justus K.S. Makoha and Professor Oluoch Obura. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it's now my honor to present the candidates for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
School of Pure and Applied Sciences. Will the graduates who will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Pure and Applied Sciences move forward in the order in which I will call out their names? Motida Josephat, Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology. Supervisors, Dr. James Nono, Professor Maulis Vincent Omolo, and Dr. Regina Ntabo. Nyamwaka Eileen Sheira, Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology. Supervisors, Ethel Moda, Professor Omoy Obori, and Dr. Johnson Kwach. Wahome Caroline Nyawela, Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology. Supervisors, Dr. John Maingi, Professor Omoy Obori, and Dr. Ezekiel Mugendi Njelo. Jologe David Kimemia, Doctor of Philosophy in Physics. Supervisors, Dr. Walter K. Joroge and Dr. Isaac W. Mwangi. Muchila Duncan Kingangi, Doctor of Philosophy in Biotechnology. Supervisors, Professor Richard O. Oduol and Dr. Lena Tripathi. Jelo Asunta Mukami, Doctor of Philosophy in Biotechnology. Supervisors, Professor Richard O. Oduol, Professor Wilton M. Bida, and Dr. Cecilia M. Mweu. Wekesa Francis Chaka, Doctor of Philosophy in Biotechnology. Supervisors, Dr. Malk Wamalwa, Professor Richard Okoth Oduol, and Dr. Yatida Singh Benapol. Nyundo Stephen Kaungu, Doctor of Philosophy in Applied Mathematics. Supervisors, Dr. Wilfred Duku Mutuku and Professor Jekonia Okelo Abonyo and Dr. Kennedy Otieno Award. To graduate in absentia, Joel Mutuku Mwanzia, Doctor of Philosophy in Pure Mathematics. Supervisors, Dr. Mutie Kavila and Professor Jailas Kalangi. Aliyu Haida Abubakar, Doctor of Philosophy in Information Science. Supervisors, Dr. Peter Wamae and Dr. Harriet Kamau. To graduate in absentia, Wilfred Kimani Gatua, Doctor of Philosophy in Medical Biochemistry. Supervisors, Professor Joseph J. N. Gelanwa, Dr. Joseph Makumi, posthumous, and Professor Eliud N. M. Jagi. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it's now my honor to present the candidate for the award of degree of Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
School of Law, Arts and Social Sciences. With a graduate who will be receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in School of Law, Arts and Social Sciences move forward in the order in which I'll call out her name. Mwangi Justa Wawila Kiuru, Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Management. Supervisors, Dr. Wilson Muna and Professor Githiri Naidhuri. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it's now my honor to present the candidate for the award of the degree of the Doctor of Philosophy of Kenyatta University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my honor to present to you candidates for the conferment of various doctorate degrees of Kenyatta University. May all members of academic staff and guests in academic attire rise.
I admit the persons presented to me to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and by my authority and that of the entire university, give power to read and to do all that it appertains to this degree. You may now turn your tassels to the right.
Congratulations, congratulations. Let us celebrate them. New graduates, PhD graduates of Kenyatta University. Once again, let us celebrate this great achievement. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is now my pleasure to invite you and the representative of the Principal Secretary, State Department for Higher Education and Research, and the Chairman of Council for a group photograph with the Doctor of Philosophy graduates. In this picture, I would also invite the members of the Kenyatta University Council. Thank you. Now taking place here at the graduation square, the 55th graduation ceremony of Kenyatta University, 59 new PhD graduates of Kenyatta University. The Chancellor is now taking a photo with the new graduates. The PS representative, Chairman of Council, Vice Chancellor, members of Council, taking a photo here at the grounds of Kenyatta University. Please, Mr. Chancellor, sir, be seated. Our new PhD, Daktari, we need to see the smiles. Daktaris of Kenyatta University. These are well